It does seem like the knife is falling, and the question is whether you want to catch it this morning or you want to let it go.
Well, they always say, be careful trying to catch a falling knife because you'll get cut. So I think what we do see right now is, just as Jim was saying, what the market seems to be indicating is they want some clarity on inflation being under control. The general sentiment has been the Fed has reacted too slow. And now I think the market will be in a little bit of a reprice mode if they do see 75 or 100. So I think we have to see what happens with the Fed. We didn't get the news that we wanted last week with inflation.
So, Lo, what are you doing this morning?
So right now, I think just waiting and on the sidelines. I don't think that there's any real reason to move right now. I always look at tech stocks and think about the fundamentals within the market, especially around what CTOs, what CIOs are doing within large enterprises. And a lot of those fundamentals remain the same. The general concern is kind of looking at the macro environment. We understand that there are risks within geopolitical that have heightened certain needs, especially around areas like cybersecurity, continuing to build out infrastructure for the remote work that's required now that the genie's been out of the bottle since coronavirus. But look, we know also what happens with valuations in the public markets on tech stocks when interest rates go up. Higher cost of capital, those companies are valued looking ahead on revenues, not necessarily for the value that they bring to the table with earnings. So we're going to continue to have to see what the market says around inflation and interest rates to kind of understand where it needs to reprice.
Lo, do you have a take on Bitcoin and crypto this morning as we're looking at that now under 24,000, living in the 23,000 range? And
yeah,
whether that's
we're not
pulling
really
everything else down or it's the opposite?
Well, I mean, look, what we have seen is that crypto, without question, has been correlated to the market moves. Correlation doesn't mean causation. But, we're really not big on trading in crypto. We hold some names that kind of do that infrastructure work. But I think we're seeing carnage across the board right now until we get the clarity that the market needs.
We had Jeremy Siegel on earlier this morning. He said, look, if you buy into this market, a year, 2 years from now, you'll be a happy camper. You think that's right?
It depends on where the entry point is and what the strategy is. Look, I am a firm believer that within big tech, those trends will continue. I think we have to unbundle the FANG and really get down to the fundamentals of these companies. So we do like Alphabet, we do like Amazon, we do like Microsoft. I think we'll see a little bit of headwinds around Alphabet right now in terms of the advertising slowdown that can happen. And, that might pull back. Although I would say that with Alphabet in particular, they have some other levers they can pull on the expense side to kind of better manage earnings. Amazon will continue to grow based on the growth of e-commerce and the strength of their business around the cloud with digital transformation. And then, I would say, look, when we think about Microsoft has proven to be a very strong bellwether. Right. They've been able to be somewhat resistant to the other moves.